Good evening, good people, and welcome to another community presentation of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Winter Tournament, Chaos's Winter Carnival. I am Saracen. Tonight I am joined in the booth by Chadbert. How you doing, Chad?
I'm doing pretty good. Been looking very forward to this matchup since I saw it on schedule. Should be a good one. How about you?
Absolutely am looking forward to it. We have two big names, I would say. Which one do you want to start talking about first, or should we go into the party first and all of the fun that that's going to entail?
I will start talking about Fred here. So Fred is currently 2-0 in these pod stage of this tournament, with wins over Calio 13 and Pickles and Beer, who has been to the finals of one of these before. So that was a pretty major win there. And is currently coming into today, had an average differential that would put him at a number 5 seed if we ranked him this morning. So we'll have to see how it plays out, but he's in a good spot if he wins today.
You know, I think of him as Fred. He's literally in the credits of the game, Coughlin, so...
Yes.
Talk about goatspirate, man, he's a RN Kylo champion, if I recall correctly. This is his first match in the pod round, but I always look forward to a good goatspirate race. He's been in the community for a couple of years, and he's all about the racing. So I think this is going to be a good matchup. I think these guys both have the skills to put on a good show, and man, they're going to have to put those skills to use, as we have 4 Forced with 3 fighters and a white mage, and oh god, the blurses, where our fighters have thief swords as a malice, plus 40 strength, resist fire and lightning, and our white mages have some ability to equip armor, I believe red mage armor, plus 1 MP to all levels, but they cannot wear a ribbon. I think we're going to be seeing some recruits this seed.
Yep, I think so too. The recruits are still on, and they're available after you defeat a fiend. And this flag set, we need to defeat 2 fiends in order to be able to get into Topher. So we're going to be hoping desperately for a thief or a black belt this time. And if not, we're going to be hunting for that Saberbuck.
Well, you know, I don't even know that the black belt necessarily saves you, because we have a Blursings tool that tells us that the black belt has a -1 hit percent per level malice. So, the thief is also very scary, as it has a -10 vitality malice.
Oh, that's one of the worst ones for the thief.
So, I'm going to say something that's almost heretical. You might actually target the red mage. The red mage just has a -15 hit point malice, which is overcomeable. But, you know, you keep the fighters around to absorb hits up front and maybe get some decent magic. And we're off.
All right, let's see what we have. Fred's going to check the black magic first. I couldn't even see it. Went by too quickly.
I think he checked it, and then he didn't actually select a character, remembering, oh yeah, I don't have.
Fair point.
We do have level 1 Fade.
Level 1 Fade, and it is Red Mage learnable as well, so that is something to keep in mind if they do decide to target that Red Mage. They are both already off and on their way to Topher. Let's see what we get in the first 3 boxes that we typically check. And then just obliterate Garland, because, yeah, level 1 Fade.
I mean, we hope that it obliterates Garland. We do have a black shirt as our starting AoE caster item, which is also helpful.
They will certainly give these fighters something to do in the short term.
So, some poisonous spiders. I'm not a big fan of seeing those right away when we don't have the tools to deal with them, really.
Well, this is not a Danny seed before everyone jumps in.
It's a Dark Moon seed, which could theoretically be just as bad.
Yes. And given how it started, with the exception of Fade, yeah.
I like how there was, like, was it 3 pieces of silver gear in the chests?
Giving them a little bit of something, I guess. Or we get a ruby from the king, and from the princess we get a 2,000-year-old floater.
Oh, baby. This
Let's
has
go.
just been cracked open.
The world is the oyster now.
So, I have feelings about an early floater like this, and they're not good, especially in this flag set. So, with this flag set, everything is accelerated a bit for only requiring 2 orbs. So that means that you only need a rod or an oxyale or the Chaiman Cube to have access to all the dungeons that you technically need, because you have Volcano that doesn't have an entry requirement other than the canoe that you started with. The floater is going to get us everywhere, which means well, we're going to have 2 dud locations in the inner sea in the form of the ship and the canal, but you know, that doesn't necessarily eliminate dungeons. That could be eliminating the Crescent Lake Sages. It could be, you know, after a long fetch chain, we find out that Astos has the canal, and that's just sad.
Yep, well, Fred has already made his way over to Bicky, and we're going to see what item is present there, and see if that's one of the 2 dud items. On the plus side, even if it is a dud item, it does give you an extra 10% bonus, I believe it is.
It is the ship. Yep, and it is 10% additional experience in gold, which is nice. Now, the ship, I actually don't hate because it allows you to bypass the river system a bit.
Which can definitely be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pro rings and gold and steel armor, and everything's here is plus.
Wow, that was a shot.
Oh,
those
yep,
silvers were great too. The silver +4 for under 800 gold. I love it.
We have harm 4 and wall available here, which is good.
I think I would recruit a second white mage.
Yeah, honestly, yes. Because that
words
would give you
never hear.
Well, I'd say it, but you know, that's me. I'm Mr. Thief White Mage. I'm happy with those. All right, Goats has left and is heading towards probably the Ryukon Desert.
I have to imagine that, like, when you have access to the airship, there's like nowhere else to go.
Yep. And Goats is saying, I don't want to deal with the river system one bit. I will go around, thank you very much.
It's funny because you never know if that's actually like the right choice until you get like 3 encounters deep on the way there. And you're like, ah, yes, the trolls are abundant and terrible.
Mm-hmm. So another interesting note that Mr. Fred here is the current world record holder for the 80% US version or category of the vanilla game. So
he does spend a lot of time tassing and becoming the human Tass.
Yes, the world record run that he did requires planning Bane on Chaos based on a music cue on the final fight. I certainly couldn't do it, but I'm deaf, so you know.
Well, you know, we do what we can.
Up goes Pirate crashes into Crescent Lake.
Heal 2 at level 6 is I don't really care. I mean, I'd pick it up, but it's not a priority pickup.
Well, at this point, you don't have any money because we're already here with at like level 4, so.
That was a bottle from the Sages, which is actually super convenient. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, actually, that's a good pickup because you can just pick up your airship and go straight south and turn it in.
It's funny that just slightly favors Fred's routing. Not much, but a little bit. Only insofar as it's a straight shot from the airship down.
And he goes the other way. Whoops.
Yeah, if you due south and a, you know...
He set it up perfectly. He set it up perfectly because he opened the floater, and then he opened the bottle, and then went the other way.
Yep, it's okay.
Yep.
Sarda gives us our adamant, so we'll see Dwarf Cave at some point. Cube from the fairy. So
That's one of the 2 pieces to get in through Sky as one of the possible dungeons. Which would
yeah,
be great, actually, if we're going this fast. That gives us a walking ground. That would be good.
it gives us a lot of things. It gives us 20% of the chests in the game, which theoretically could be helpful. But it also, like, oh, there's a loot from the Titan's Tunnel. That is a very important pickup.
Yep, it is 100% required. In order to beat this game, we need 2 orbs, we need the loot, and the key. That is the absolute minimum. Darkmoon's making puns. Ugh. Sorry, I was real adamant about it.
Of course he's making puns.
You
Now Fred goes down to Gaia.
Alright, so the next course of action for these runners. What would you do?
Panic.
I agree. I would panic as well. I would probably actually go check level 3 spells. And then...
With what money is the question that I ask as we look at Fred's 297 gold.
Yeah, probably maybe go to Bahamut, because he's got the Horde. The Horde flag is on, so you can open all the chests there, see how much money you get.
So
maybe get a tail.
I don't like checking the Horde itself when when I don't have the tail yet. And what I mean by that is I vastly prefer to stop at Cardia Forest so I can see what the incentive item is. And if it is the tail, obviously like tent outside, right? But if it is the tail, then go do the Horde instead. But just dive straight over to the incentive item in the forest, and it's real fast. Oh, we have lazy dwarves.
Dwarfs. And yes, you can now say that... I won't even go there. I'm not going to say it.
Vorpal -2.
Well, it's not like anybody can swing it anyway, so it could just be thrown on the ground like it deserves.
Fred snubs the Hooray Dwarf.
Oof.
Does goatspirate still have his mod? Is my question.
We shall see.
I'm sure we shall. Oh, no! Come on!
No, goats. It's like the meme you are known for. For those that don't know...
Darkmoon didn't know that Milmondish Hospitality is on? A lot of people don't, actually. A lot of people don't even know it's a flag. Oh, level 3 exit. Sorry, I interrupted you as you were about to say something.
Yeah, I forgot. It'll come back in a minute.
I hope so.
Got gloves plus 4. Yeah, this lack of money is not helping these runners right now. There's lots of things they could buy.
Oh yeah, we were talking about how Goatspirate is known for the exploding dwarf.
Oh yeah. A couple of years ago he was doing a race, and it was just being commentated by one of my teammates, Groggy Dog, and he just talked to the dwarf, and the dwarf exploded.
I have the clip bookmarked, actually. Hey, it's our first horizontally flipped floor. Did you guys know we had that on? We didn't talk about it yet. It's okay. But we have horizontally flipped floors half the time.
Yep, I'm a big fan of this one. I also like to do the vertically flipped and randomized staircases just so that I never know where I am.
I feel like this flag is almost perfectly designed to mess with Fred for how much Fred has devoted muscle memory to the game.
Yep.
But I know he's also a good enough runner to not let it bother him.
Yep. He's definitely run several different randomizers, and won tournaments and many different ones, I'm sure.
That was a vanilla dragon sword. That's equipable.
It's equipable, and if you get a saber block, that can be used.
There's our key. That is one step closer to go mode, and it opens up one incentive location.
Yep, now all they need is one dungeon item, either the chime or the broad or the oxyale, and they will be in item go mode. Fred's checking the lockboxes. Probably also checking the spike tiles that are there. Ooh, a light axe is going to be useful.
It does give the white mage something to do, and
Yeah, the white mage has harm. No, Fred, it was better as an axe to melee because your white mage has... Right.
Yeah.
Thief swords.
Thief swords. Did you know thieves can't use axes?
I play with so many, like, randomized things on mine that, you know, half the time I can. So... So Silverleaf, how's the seed looking so far? It's a dumpster. With some nice things added to it and to be a little bit of a help. But it's 4 forced with 3 fighters and a white mage, and the fighters can only use thief swords.
And they're both out of there. It's time to go to Canary Locked. Oh, Goats is going to check Northwest Locked first, which I like. Just knowing what the spike tiles are and all that.
Yep, no. Figure find your grind. Maybe get up to 12, 15, that range, so you can take on the dungeons. That's a good pack. Serviceable. This is definitely serviceable.
Oh, it's a canal. We've got our duds out of the way. That means that ice could actually have something useful.
Yeah, but do you want to do ice?
No, I don't, but...
Fred has
wouldn't
a
it be
ribbon.
funny if the tail was there? Oh, was there a ribbon in Canary Locked? Oh, jeez.
Well, that makes up for that being a dud.
Mm-hmm. Fred going for the 2 better trap treasure chests in here and a gargoyle spike tile. It's great. Alright, nightmares are the other pack. Yeah, I agree with that.
No, I disagree, Dark Moon. I'm hashtag never ice.
I'm generally a never ice, but exit makes it somewhat palatable. Life and Life 2 at level 5, as well as heal 3. That's a little bit pain.
But the Life 2 is not red mage, I don't think.
I believe it's slots 1 and 2 of...
Yeah, so it'd just be Life 1. Coral plus 5, there we go. We got an
oh,
sword.
Baby. We got an actual sword.
That will absolutely work for in-game. Alright, seat's looking up now.
Yep, that's... Suddenly we're in the clear even if we don't get a real melee.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think you can get anything better that a thief can equip. I mean, you can get the rune plus 5, and I think that's about the only thing better.
That Vorpal needs to find a shop somewhere to sit on the counter and, you know, reinforce our treasury.
I don't know if I would even display the Vorpal here on my house.
Well, we need the money is the problem.
Oh yes, I'm just saying I would buy it. So.
Our light warriors are young, and they definitely need the money.
Okay, there was a ribbon here. And meanwhile, Fred is checking the Volcano Armory, which fighters need gear, so I think this is a good play.
There's a thing that I want to just casually mention here, and it's... I'm pretty sure that coral plus 5 is on the stoned fighter.
Yep. Aegis is good if they promote.
Mm-hmm.
And we get that ice plus 4 armor, so there's enough there.
Yeah, that ice plus 4 is solid. I would be moving that sword ASAP. Goat's Pirate doing exactly what I was saying before. Gets the chime, gets out of here.
Yep, nope, that makes sense.
He'll check those chests later. So that is technically go mode. Blitz mode in the Fred Coughlin lexicon.
Which unfortunately means we're not going to see bubbles today.
It's true. Darkmoon pointing out that there is no Masa in this flag set today. Still true, still pain. Goat's headed over to Ordeals while Fred loads up on some stuff at Underhill, the Desert Caravan. Which apparently a lot of people have been seeing the tail for sale at the caravan in practice seats, so hasn't happened to me yet, and I'm already done with pods, so yeah.
Yep, Fred's doing the right thing and taking on this nacho. Provide good experience.
This is a very sad mud goal tile. I think it was Grey Worm or something. I don't know. It was pathetic. It was not a tile that I care about.
Crystal, which could inadvertently be the tail.
It could be.
All right, he's going to check the magic shop for us. Cure 4.
That's a very high level for Cure 4. Seafood Party Platter on the second spike tile of Ordeals. Okay party grind. It's a little scary. I don't like it.
Yeah, Faye charges you got a black shirt to do some extra damage. It could work.
It could, but the likelihood that the sea snakes in particular live through the fade is just, it's too high for me.
That's fair.
There's some
herbs, so we just get fetch quests everywhere.
And an eye tile.
I like that.
Yeah, this is real nice to see, and at the same time, it's like, man, I just don't like it here. Like, do I have to remember that this is here? Does Goats just take this long enough to run out of fade charges and then dip out?
He could. That is an option. If he loses a couple of party members, then he might actually decide to do a grind up to 20.
Oh, the coral is good enough. The coral sword is good enough to just one hit the eye. We're good here.
I do find it interesting that Fred is leaving the stoned fighter in the front.
Yeah, that does increase the risk.
He does give us a view of the out-of-bounds bat, so we have out-of-bounds bat sighting, so seed is blessed.
Hooray.
Also still cursed.
There's a slab. We continue the fetch quest obtaining. Multiple silver helms and a house. Okay, that's the extent of what we're getting here. Great.
Yeah, this one was... Why is the ribbon not equipped? No, Fred. Fred, no. Fred, no. Oh, no. Not like this, Fred. Hopefully, he notices it at some point.
Oh, he'll notice at some point.
Hopefully, he notices it before he notices it that way.
Monkey plus.
Yes, I think that is in his future there.
So yep, these eyes are looking delicious. Hey, it's an off-tile Medusa pack.
It's not bad either.
I don't hate it. The nice thing about the Medusa pack is you could probably have just thrown the Harm 4 and it would take them out because they just roll so low, typically.
Fred's found a flame -2 in next to Bahamut.
There's that blitz mode for Fred.
And some decent cash to finish getting the low to mid-level spells. Oh, Fred, please. Ribbit, just go up one. No, what are you doing? No, Fred.
It continues.
Oh no.
How many times did he hover over it?
At least 3. At least 3.
Hey, it's another one.
Oh, good. Please notice now. Fred.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is the most entertained I've been by an equipment jiggling in a long time.
This happens.
It does.
It totally happens. I've accidentally unequipped my sword going into a chaos fight before. It's just... it happens. Yes, Goat's Pirate has stopped his grind at level 22 across the board. I'd say he's pretty much set. He's going to get the rest of his levels in Sky and be good.
I absolutely love the play. It's good. Now that... Okay, so... I was really wondering there. Are you just gonna cabin and do the first floor and exit and then use the house? Okay, he gets another house. Okay, so Westlake Math, the reason we're laughing in regards to Fred's menuing is that he has 2 ribbons. He only has one of them equipped, and he has had the cursor on the unequipped ribbon like 5 times in the last 2 minutes. And just not hit the equip button.
Yeah, he picked up a silver +4 helmet and equipped the silver +4 helmet, which unequipped the ribbon.
So that's why I'm laughing like an idiot. Like, you know, I'm a terrible person, I know. But it is legitimately funny, and again, monkey plus when it happens.
Right, Fred is now going through Ordeals as well. So we're going to see if he decides to take that eye grind with his 3-man party, which will be a bit faster, I think.
Mm-hmm. Fred has a couple more incentive items than Goats had as well, so that's going to be an impact. Is going to take the seafood. So the other thing that's nice about taking the seafood party platter now is knowing if you're going to have to expect something terrible later.
Goats found a Thor hammer. And nothing. Okay, silver +4. That is some equipment for his... Wait. He just equipped that on his white mage.
Goat's realizing he cannot equip the ribbon on the white mage.
Interesting. I gotta check something on the wiki for a second. Because the white mage blessing says equip armor, so I gotta actually check that out and see what that means.
Oh, Fred had it equipped. And he just moved it. So he could move the black shirt, I think. Oh, he's
yes!
Okay.
There we go. He realized it before it was too late. So Good job, Fred. There.
He's taking the
All right,
seafood party platter again. He was moving the black shirt so that he had another AoE weapon available. Alright, Ghost Pirate, meanwhile, up to the asterisk floor, the spider floor, whatever you prefer to call that. The floor we're not actually going to stay on, because we're going up to Cece's Gambit, where there's a better trap tile chest. Dragon armor, it is neutral, but that is still a very good armor.
that is very, very good. If you could find the tail, then I would totally put that on one of the ribbonless fighters and go with that.
And currently, Ghost Pirate has 2 ribbonless fighters because he hasn't gotten that ribbon from Latoya yet.
Oh, I bet it was equip shirts. And it was an icon, that's why I wrote equip armor. Okay. So that's why you can put the black shirt on the white mage.
Got an Opal -3 bracelet, that's very sad. It's still better than a silver bracelet, but the silver bracelet +4 is just, it's like the value deal.
Well, I mean, you don't need it at all if you got the black shirt at the gate, so... Vanilla black shirt, it resists time, which... Yeah. Oh, this actually could be really good for Fred if he decides to grind here with 2-man.
Yeah. I would be a big fan of that.
And it looks like that is what he's going to do.
That was 140 damage to hit it. There's a red mage behind Tiamat.
And Goats pulls Tiamat. He's going to fade, swing, swing, swing. Fade does about half the damage it could. 74 damage is not going to do much. 103. We'll get there. We'll get there, but it's going to take a couple of rounds here.
We're not doing too bad, but that Tiamat hit was real solid. We get ink strats coming out from Tia, which is always nice. That was
288 is very good. Yep. 32.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue the strat.
Now, it's funny, like, I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but these fighters do have +40 strength, which is like a temper cast and some. Fred already abandoning the eye tile. That's surprising.
Wait, did Goats just replace... Okay.
He replaced C.
Okay.
Okay.
It looked like he replaced the white mage, but it was just a stream hiccup.
Yep. Believe me, I had the small heart attack too.
That said, the red mage is able to use all the good spells anyway, so...
There's the tail from the herb, which is something that Goats has.
Yeah, he might decide to check the herb after Volcano because it's real quick to do that. And then promote.
Wait a second, I didn't house. Wait a second, I don't have a house.
And he crashes into Crescent Lake again.
Hey, that is a landing pad if I ever saw one, alright?
I agree, it really should be, but, you know, NES limitations and all.
And Crescent Lake doesn't actually have houses for sale, just cabins and heels. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can stay at the end and be good.
So, strange as it is to say, I think I would absolutely want to get spell charges on the knights. Because level 1 Fade, even if you're only getting 4 casts of it per night, is still actually useful.
Yeah, they also have Wall, which would be good to throw on the White Mage. Because the White Mage is the only life caster we're going to have. And
Red Wizard, once the promotion hits, can pick up life 1, I think.
That's true. He did pick up the Red Wizard, the Red Mage, so yes. Right, Fred is back in Provoca.
Because this is where all of the armor was.
Oh, yes. All of it.
Steel +5. It's so thick.
That will certainly throw the steel +5 on anybody that doesn't have the ribbon, and you're good. Or anybody that does have a ribbon, rather.
Mm-hmm. Those gold bracelets are chunky.
Go take it a second.
That was definitely one of those moments. And you know what? It gets me every time. That floor being flipped is a little bit of a brain breaker. This one too.
Yep. And it's worse when they do the shuffled stairs, because they'll put the stairs on the opposite side of the wall, which is what you use to tell which way to go. And so you'll start going the wrong way, and you're like, wait a minute.
So if I'm Goat's Pirate, I still want the power bonk before heading into Topher. Fred also joining up over in the Volcano.
Yep, he is one orb behind, but has some good levels on his main fighter.
Has promoted as well.
And has promoted, which will be good because he'll gain spell charges. But it is going to be interesting to see if there is a thief or something back here, what he will decide to do.
Goat's Pirate falling victim to the flip on the carry floor, which, yep, that happens to everyone. It is so easy to miss that the stairs are just one tile to the left.
Yep, you basically have to look at it, put a line in the middle of the screen, and if the stairs are on the left, you need to go right. If the stairs are on the right, you need to go left.
I think that Gerwolf just toxic the white mage to death. It's very sad.
Oh, yeah. It's never good when your life caster is on the ground.
You mean your Fade caster, because we haven't bought spells yet on the red mage.
Oh no.
The only spell that the red mage currently has is the exit it started with.
Well, that said, it's got to get through one more spike tile and get to ice +5 will be good.
Yeah, that's a real solid shield.
Right, we do see that, by the way, Viz 2 was level 4. I do not know if that was Red Mage learnable. What was that?
That, I believe, was another white mage. And yes, we take those. I would absolutely do
He's thinking.
fighter white, red. Yeah, Fred doing the dance. Goat's really going through the motions here to figure out, am I able to handle this fight right now? Have I got everything where I need it to be? That red mage is just going to be holding up a shirt.
Yep. Ooh, stun on.
Oh, doesn't matter. Big crits.
Whatever. Oh, debating.
We're doing it, baby.
Yes, double white mage. Let's go.
I am 100% in on this play. It's great.
As am I. It's like the anti-Lord Fizzlebeef move. Who's,
when they're
liking
just this good, right?
Mm-hmm. But I would totally go to the superstore at this point.
So I think, yeah, we're going to chase down... Oh, we're actually going to stop in the magic shops. Level 3 fast is good enough. And Ice 3 because we just want to have advantage available.
Okay, at this point, he's not going to use it, but
I don't know if Goats ever looked at level 4 magic.
no, I don't think he did.
Hmm.
So that was in Viz 2.
He didn't turn in the herb yet. So he doesn't have a tail. Well,
That's going to
We're
be
doing
bad
it.
because I don't think he's going to have access to Temper then.
Your level 6 black magic access on a red wizard is horrendous. I think you get like slot 1. So I don't know exactly where that temper fell, but we'll see. He didn't pick up the fade on the red mage.
Right now, he sees the Viz 2.
Okay. Good, good.
Meanwhile, Fred is in Mirage Tower and is checking greater than less than room, which was junk. Except for the Thor hammer, but
Yup.
yeah, junk. Why missed did Fred take a second white mage? No, he's got swords equipped, so he did not. Alright, let's see where we see Temper ending up being. That level was terrible.
I don't think the red mage can learn, like, any level 6 black. I might be
I
wrong
can learn
about
some.
that. Oh.
Oh, not the red mage, yes, the red wizard. It is slot 1.
It is slot 1, which
Yes.
I think is the learnable slot. I still don't think he picked up Fade on that red mage. I am very concerned.
I
mean-
just swing the Vorpal. Oh, yeah.
He could go to Canaria and pick it up real fast if he really wants to. It's fine.
Alright, Mr. Goatspirate, are you going to Topher or are you hunting down that tail? This looks like an herb turn into me.
He's gonna regret not having done this like
Yep.
3 minutes ago.
He was right beside it, too.
He was. Curse words.
Yes,
I
none
do
of us
find
have ever walked past the turn in when they were right beside it.
I'm wondering, did either of our runners check elf locked?
No, I do not believe they did.
Fred is working on some Agam effects over here.
Magma effects are tasty.
They come pre-cooked.
Yes, they're kind of like lobster. You just turn them over, they fall asleep.
This is technically a safer grind, simply because we don't have the off-step encounter. The swords are doing just fine here. Fred's getting up there in levels too. Like this, it's not a great party grind, but it's an adequate grind, and that's sort of all that matters at the moment.
Yeah. Let's see, what is this level at? 28, 25, 28. Yeah. I think that's good enough with the, what was it, Coral plus 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he is going to check boxes here on Sky 1. Gets a Bane Sword for his trouble.
Not quite as useful to him as it might otherwise be.
Yeah, it'll be very, very hard for him to RNG manipulate the randomizer.
Yes.
Unfortunately. But he could give it a good old try.
He's gonna check the Bane Sword chest and get attacked by Metal Slimes on the way. It's okay. He's got a Mage Stick, he's got a Thor Hammer, he's got Fades. Ghost Pirate heading into Topher.
I think you want to go... oh, nope, okay. Yeah, Crack is going to punch you to death. We get that.
Did you see the Chaos hint?
No, I did not. It went by too quickly.
The Chaos hint just said that Chaos will punch you.
Oh.
No nukes, no nuclears, no Cure 4, no Crack.
How many... he's got 3 Invis 2 casters, 4 actually, technically, if he had gained levels, but...
And this was level 4, so the Knights can't learn that.
Oh, yeah.
Also, all hail the Knight Sprite.
I love that sprite.
Wow, these slimes have some hit points.
And we got them on both sides right now, just in different places.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Goat Pirate is 24 across the board, but has significant mage power to back him up. Fred's gonna check the CC's Gambit. Gets the dragon armor and the opal shield.
Once he divests himself of some of his bad equipment. You just dropped the iron, Fred.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the opal shield too. The opal shield's definitely worth getting.
Yeah, if he's still gonna rock the 3. There you go.
We put the dragon onto a knight that matters, yes. I like the momentary... I'm just going to put this pro cape onto the stoned fighter that has 1 hit point. Very important. Fred, considering the 6-pack.
I don't know if he was considering it or if he was getting lost because it's flipped.
Also true.
Alright, we have pulled Lich 2, otherwise known as Speed Bump, and Lich 2 tries to do something with Fire 3.
Huh. Neat.
Yes.
One thing to note is Goat's Pirate never got the crystal from Waterfall and therefore never got the 2nd ribbon.
Yeah, all you need is 1. It's not like the white mages can wear them, so...
It's true, and I mean, we are in that, like, magic deficit for not having promoted prior to going to Lefane.
Yep.
So the Red Wizard, I don't know if it has life. We shall see if it is a
slot
problem.
1, the slot 1, level 5, if I remember right, so he went to the Superstore, so he should have life.
Yeah, it's
and
just
you
that
have level 2 ball.
He was avoiding the white magic spells for the red mage. Like, trying to make sure that there was availability. So, I'm not 100% sure where he's at on that. That's sad, sad Vorpal -2.
Yep. Alright, we have simultaneous Fiend fights. Over on the right side, fcoughlin taking on Tiamat 1, and he'll be ready for Topher. Meanwhile, goatspirate has pulled Carry 2, who can sometimes be very dangerous. Fast at the night. White Mage takes a big hit, but he's throwing out spells, and Carry 2 is gone in early second round.
Fred did choose to take the Red Wizard, replacing the Stoned Knight, which is kind of underwhelming. We'll have to see how that plays out, because you're just not going to have the spell slots to do much with that.
Yeah. Goatspirate is running into a pack of waters and having a little bit of trouble getting away. It's going to eat into resources, but yeah, heal 2 and heal 3 all across the layout. It's fine. But Fred is going to go to the magic shop in Fane, so at least he'll know what is there.
Goat's making very sure he knows what needs to be where.
Yep.
We got a fast. We don't got a fast. We got 2 fades and a swing.
All right, Lifecaster 1 has been punched to death by Kraken 2. There's the second one.
I mean, at least it's a Coral +5.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. As Kraken goes down, we still have a Lifecaster with life 2. Nasty flashbacks to that encounter from one of my pod races. The big eyes had crack and took out everybody but a knight.
Oof.
Yep.
Fast, swing, harm 4, harm 4.
I like it.
Fast has the worst turn order possible.
Just after the nick of time, as Lord Fizzlebeak likes to say.
Yep.
Lit 2 from Tiamat, not a big deal.
Alright, 210 is respectable.
Ice 2 from Tiamat this time around. This is as tame as the Tia 2s come.
Yep, heal 3, heal 3.
I respect it. Just make sure that we're safe from any potential spells. That was a rub that didn't land. Quiet Tornado, the flags for this set. If you head over to the randomizer site in the link that Bluebot has put into chat here, there is a preset for it at the top of the page. It is the Winter Tournament Pods. It is a 2 orb of your choice flag set. You start with the canoe and 2 forced characters, 1 melee, 1 mage, no black belts allowed, no moss immune. It's a fabulous time.
Okay, Groats has finally taken down Tiamat. Tiamat was loaded with health, but spells were fairly tame.
So, again, Goats looked at the Chaos hint, because the bats in the Temple of Fiends provide hints. And those bats said that this Chaos is just punchy. Now, that doesn't mean that this Chaos doesn't have skills or spells, but it literally just said punch. It did not say that it could heal or nuke you or crack you like an egg or any of the other hints that the bats can give you about the skills and spells. So we might see just punches. We might see a bunch of Invis 2s come out and negate that entirely, and who knows, we might see, we might just, see this Chaos punch out everybody one after the other. We'll see.
Yep. Gonna start with defensive strats as well as fasting the night. The fast does come out in the nick of time this time. Chaos with Dark Touch, which does nothing.
Yep. Goat's realizing, yep, definitely didn't pick up white magic. Lit 2, so there are spells, but none of them are threatening, is the lesson here. They could be like Fire 3, Lit 3 kind of thing, or are there Lit 3s in the pool? I know there's Fire 3s. But, you know, nothing non-elemental that we're aware of. So, I don't know, I'm just not super scared of this chaos from the hint.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an Ice 3 that takes out the Red Wizard, or Red Mage. Not a big deal? Oh, it is a wizard. That's right. We did promote, because we have the Night Sprite.
Yep. Alright, we're dealing about 150 damage here. And just doing heal strats. Heal, wing, I don't know what the next one will be. Doing reasonable damage per turn.
I wouldn't mind seeing the white mages cast Wall on themselves at the at their leisure, just to mitigate some of the damage coming out from these Fire 3s and Ice 3s and whatnot.
Continuing the heal, fight, fade strats.
Mostly fades. Terminated.
Get your GGs in chat for goatspirate.
Official racetime.gg time of 53:37.
And that will move goatspirate into 1-0. And the Clown Car A, Rod McDunn. All right, let me see if... Oh, you're already checking. All right, good.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Fred has started his journey through Topher.
I think the biggest thing that can be said here for Fred is he's got a lot of additional levels that goatspirate didn't have, and that could make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And we are joined in the booth by goatspirate. GG, goatspirate. How you doing?
Please hold one moment.
Yes. Maybe possible minor technical difficulties.
Oh, hi guys.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, so I'm doing good. That was quite a seed, though, wasn't it?
I would say so.
That one certainly had a little bit of everything.
How'd you feel when you saw the coral +5?
You know, it didn't even register until really late in the seed. It was just another sword. I equip it, and I forgot about it. You know, there's one other time since I've played this where I finished Topher with Coral Sword. Because it can crit. It's not terrible. Well, +5, it's really not terrible.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of the best you're going to get in the circumstance here.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go all over looking for a ninja or, you know, I didn't have a katana. I went into Topher and I thought, you might have caught on, you know, I was pacing around. I thought, I'll get some levels. I can't possibly do this at 22 with no bonk and no weapon. And then the encounters weren't coming, and I just said, let's go for it and see what happens. I have exit if it gets too hairy.
Well, and I don't know if you were listening in after the delay, but, you know, when you saw the Chaos hint bat, and it does not have Cure 4, and it does not have Nuke or Nuclear or Crack or any of that, You just like, do I just invis and go? Like, that seems like a moment of relief, right?
Yeah, that was definitely in the back of my head when I made the decision to go for it.
Fred has just pulled the defense +4 sword out of one of Carrie's chests.
That's an amazing pickup. I've never seen anyone check those chests in a long time.
Well, it's a Dengwu special there.
Or a Caleb special, never punished.
Yes. And welcome Raiders from Final Fantasy Randomizer. You joined just after Goatspirate is finished taking on Chaos, and Fred has now just pulled carry 2.
That's a nuclear carry too. That's
I'm lucky I missed that.
Yeah, we don't know where the nukes or nuclears really were because you didn't see any of them. So this seed, for those that are raiding, was 4 forced with 3 fighters and a white mage, and the fighters can only equip the weapons. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I do think it was my lucky day missing all the nukes and nuclears in the pool.
So, the other thing I'm kind of curious about is, I know that these flags are wild when the world opens up so early. How did you feel about that floater from Sarah?
Well, that's a best case scenario. How can you be but elated?
So my issues with the early floater come from analysis paralysis and oh god, where am I going? And the nice thing is Bicky had the ship, so you knew that one of the womp womps was already out of the way. But that still puts Marsh and Ice into question. And then Marsh had the key, and you both dove it very early. So, you know, that's where my head's at. Like, do I have to do this dungeon? Do I put it off to later? And then it turns out to be super important. So, it's nice being in the air. It does speed up things, but at the same time, like, there's just so much. And the guidance of the key items isn't there. So...
Yeah, my logic when I dove that was partly proximity, and I had exit, and I think I felt like it was either marsh or waterfall at that point. I'm probably forgetting something, but or ice, but I didn't want to do ice.
Yeah, I understand that. I think neither of you went in there, and I think it had to have the crown? I think it had to have had the crown. And I think that would have turned into either the rod or the oxyale. So, at that point, you basically already had the chime and cube locked down anyway.
Alright, Fred has made it through Tiamat 2 and is getting set up to pull Kraken after bringing up the red mage, who has been having unfortunate naps during every fight so far.
We're even at an acceptable level of heal potions, and I say that as somebody who's had to chug them in chaos fights before. So, you know, having 20-ish here tells me that Fred probably also has decent healing magic in reserve on the white mage.
Alright, when he's pulled Chaos, he's doing swing, fast, swing, and wall. I can respect that. The white mage takes a good punch.
For all of the, you know, Fire 3, Lid 3, Ice 3 that you were seeing Goat's Pirate, you know, I was like, maybe the wall would be good in the off time, you know, between heal 3s. And then the first time that Fred pulls out the wall, just gets the punch straight away. It's just how this game goes.
Yeah, I agree. I felt like there was never a window where I could get the wall in without needing to heal.
Yep, that is definitely fair. All right, we've switched to Fade from the Red Mage. Doing about similar levels of damage with the swings. He's now out of Fades on the Red Mage. I don't think I saw heal 3 on his White Mage there.
Fire 3, some swings. Was that another wall cast? No, it was heal 2. Okay.
Yep, just keeping the health up on as many party members as possible. The useless Dark Touch comes in again. A swing for 360 is good. This cast did not have a whole lot of health. I think it was on the lower side of the scaling that is available here.
This chaos was kind of on the lower end of a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really see this kind of chaos anymore. Topping off the party members a bit more with heal 2, swing from the Coral Sword 262. Swing from the Vorpal of 2, hits 2 damage, which is Vorpal doing Vorpal things. Actually, no, he's got the defense on the Red Mage now. Alright, and with that, Fred Coughlin is finished with an official time of 1 hour, 4 minutes on the dot. Get your GGs out in chat for both of our runners.
Fred says he'll join us for an interview as well, so just waiting for him to hit the waiting room.
Got time to throw in my GGs as well while we wait. He usually has to set up his microphone if he's not doing a mic on stream. There he is.
Well, hello and GG.
More technical difficulties, please wait.
I wonder if it's just like there's like a wait time when I yank from the waiting room into the broadcast booth. I don't know.
I blame myself.
Hello, Fred. Welcome to the booth and GG.
Nope, I think Discord is discording.
I know for me the problem was I forgot I was doing push to talk when I came in.
That definitely happens to me a lot.
Let's try that now.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Hello.
Good, whatever it is, evening. GG there, goats.
Thank you. Good game.
So,
go ahead, Chad.
yeah, y'all decided to do 4 forced party members. What did you think of the party and the class blessings that you started off with?
I mean, it wouldn't have been bad without the whole fighter having Thief Sword the whole way through. So that made things a little bit more interesting. That was part of my panic throughout the game of how am I going to actually hurt Chaos and everyone at the end there. So I was just like, okay, well, let's just run around and try to find everything and see maybe we can get something good. I didn't like the Thief potential blurst as well, so I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, the Thief blessings would have been -10 vitality, which for the Thief is pretty brutal. Usually keeps them below the 400 HP.
Yeah, you'd have to hide down in the bottom corner and just pray you don't get nuked, which was going to be scary enough as it was. But I was like, maybe. But I said, okay. Well, as I said, just tried to get through there as best as I can, set myself up, just over-leveled at that point, said maybe if I get enough levels, then, anything too bad that gets thrown at me will get blocked and get lucky. And so I was able to get that dive there. But man, I'm looking forward to watching this back, seeing how Goats killed that seed.
Ultimately, you didn't really have a whole lot of route divergence from each other. There was the waterfall dive, which got you a second ribbon. That was something that goatspirate hadn't done. The other thing that was kind of interesting is Goats took the eye tile in Ordeals for a while, and you took that for a little bit and then left, and then took the Agama later when you got into Sky. Was that because of the off tile?
It was just more, I think I was down to 2 things at that point, and I was scared of death. And I didn't want to go too far on my fighter at that point because I didn't, want to lose spell charges, potentially. Of course, then I way over-leveled later on anyway, so it was a moot point, but I didn't want to potentially lose out on those spell charges because I was like, okay, I'm going to need, there would be the fades there. I hadn't paid enough attention to remember, what other spells from the white mage would land onto the fighter there, but I was like, I want those charges just in case any of them end up being useful.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, having the ability to have fade and wall was the other big one there. That would have been a good spell to have. The harm 4 wasn't learnable, and don't remember the levels 3 spells.
The only level 3 spell that mattered was Exit, which isn't super relevant by the time you promoted.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely the Exit, and I considered picking that up, and I was like, just in case as a let's emergency get out of jail free card. I think I did buy it just because I was already in the shop, and said in case something happens and I 3/4 wipe, I can exit out, at least keep the experience for subsequent dive or something like that. But turned out completely unneeded.
Yeah, usually at that late it's not needed, but it does work in those kind of situations where you're like, I'm just going to reset, but if you reset, you can exit out and save all the experience. That can
especially where I was gaining stuff on that red mage as I dove there, because I bought the temper but didn't get enough levels on the red mage to actually leverage that, and said, well, again, if I get to the bottom and something happens and I have to exit out, at least then I might have a cast of temper for dive too.
Yeah, level 6 temper that one's rough.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I don't think we saw luck either. I don't know where that was.
Had to be one of the high ones. I didn't even bother checking them once I got past, I think 6, because I was like, yeah, there's no chance my red mage can use it anyway, and I didn't see a black mage. But, yeah, no, I didn't. I saw a white mage and the red there.
Yeah, so one difference between you two that I think did give Goats a little bit of speed was Goats decided to take the white mage from, where was that? That was Sky, right? That was the Sky one.
I think that was actually Volcano.
Yeah. So funny thing about that is because of my sprites, I thought that was a black mage when I took it.
This explains so much that I was wondering about. Oh.
Yep. But it makes perfect sense in hindsight with the fade and the harm 4 and the life. It was fine.
Yeah, we were actually like, no, this is a great play, because we were like, you could just have all of the spells for Topher.
In fairness, I've done that too because of the sprites that I use. So just join the club.
So actually, I remember now what the difference was. Goats did Sky first and took the red mage at that point.
Okay.
So he had the 2 casters at a much earlier point in time.
Oh, that would help, absolutely. Sweet. I'm looking forward to watching this back and learning some more, because I'm still trying to learn this. So definitely will be a good learning experience, seeing how I did and then seeing how Goats obliterated. So, man, getting like a sub 52 there or whatever that was insane. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
There is one point, Fred, where you're going to want to turn down the volume a tiny bit, where we're hovering over an unequipped ribbon several times.
Yeah, minor details. It worked out okay. I didn't want to get that negative evade on me. Yeah, let's go with that. Because that was a ribbon minus. The evade would have hurt me.
I
Totally.
was waiting for the monkey plus plus, all right?
Hey, I mean, I wasn't going to say anything.
We certainly did, so...
I will keep that in mind. Sweet.
That said, despite the fact that you're still learning this, you have completed your pod stage with the 2-1 record, including beating Pickles and Beer, who has made it to the finals of one of these tournaments. So I think you're sitting pretty well there, and you're going to have a pretty reasonably good positive differential.
Yeah, I'm happy so far with how it turned out there. I mean, I got really lucky against Pickles there. That Pickles, I think it's far long enough now that it's not a spoiler, but took a wipe on like near chaos, I think, on the first dive, and then the second dive, I was able to get in there before the second dive got through. But definitely was an awesome, been a fun experience so far. I'm looking forward to trying to figure out this bracket stuff and trying to figure out, how far I can push through this. Because again, it's, one of the first time I've been doing FFR has been basically this month, so I've been kind of diving in hardcore on it to try to get the gist of things and go on. So looking forward to it.
All right. Goats, you are now 1-0, and I believe your next race is tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern, or, oh God, it's way too early my time and on the West Coast.
It's too early for me too. I'm gonna have to set my alarm, but I'm looking forward to it. Racing ADR at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'll quickly look up which channel that's on.
That is in TBD Speed Gaming channel, so
Okay.
we'll see.
So
Well,
Saracen, you have any
think-
questions for the runners?
I think that we've covered the bases pretty well here. So I was thinking we would head over in the direction of final thoughts. goatspirate, our winner tonight. Final thoughts, sir.
Final thoughts. I think that was a great seed. It could have been a hot pile of garbage that turned into a really fun seed. And I would like to thank Fred and the race crew and comms and everyone for putting the show on. I had a great time. Thanks.
Fred Coughlin, taking the L tonight, but you did put on a great show. Final thoughts, sir.
Yeah, thank you again to all of you for doing this. It was a fun seat in the end. Definitely a couple of new experiences there for me. So learning how to do all that stuff's been exciting. I'm really glad I was able to get it. Thank you again to Goats the race. Great race. Looking forward to seeing how you take out in the rest of the pod here, and just looking forward to more of this. So again, thank you folks for commentating. Thanks to the whole team behind the scenes with tracking, restream everything, putting this on, and looking forward to next time.
All right, Chadbert. Final thoughts, sir.
Yeah, this was a fun one. It was looking like it could be a very big dumpster fire at the start with how it was set up, but you get level 1 Fade, level 2 Harm 4, early Wall, early Invis 2, and then a good enough secondary level sword with the, was it Coral +5 to be able to get through Chaos as long as it wasn't completely evasive. So, good showcase by the runners. It's a good one. I want to specifically thank my partner Saracen here and JLo for tracking, and Darkmoon for restreaming. And let you take us on out, Saracen, with your final thoughts.
All right. Well, I do want to thank our runners again. This was a fantastic show from both Fred Coughlin and goatspirate. If you liked what you saw, you should come hang out with us. You can head over to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com and click on the Discord link to join the Discord. We have lots of friendly people here because sometimes the game just is not friendly. We have plenty of matches coming up with the rest of the winter tournament here. We still have Looks like it's starting just about now. Guardian Marcus versus IB Karma on Speed Gaming 1, which we'll probably be raiding over to shortly. Tomorrow we have 8:30 a.m. Eastern, ADR versus goatspirate. 8 p.m. Eastern, Herbie B versus Sir Link-A-Lot. That's going to be on FFR Twitch channel. 9 o'clock, we have 2 matches. We have Danny versus Demon Frog. It's going to be a Morphin special. Softnum versus Bungemano. That's going to be on a Speed Gaming channel. And then at 1 minute prior to midnight, Flurry 14 versus Shadow Mr. T. That's going to be on the FFR channel. That is going to be a fabulous lineup for Friday. So definitely check that out. If you want to see more of the Winter Tournament races, definitely put on the spectator role in the Discord. You will get all the notifications for every announcer. And if you are not yet part of the community and you are interested in learning the randomizer, we are going to have the Duckling Bootcamp coming up at the end of the Winter Tournament. So roughly the last week of March is going to be the start of that. That is a 6-week program where we teach you the randomizer. That's me and Luffy DV. We're going to bring you through all the steps. We've got 6 weeks, 12 total classes, if you will, on how to play the randomizer, different settings that are available. Come check it out. We have the Duck Derby at the end of that, which is a tournament just for our new community members. So hope to see you there if you're not already in the community. Come check us out. And with that, again, thank you to our runners. Thank you to Chadbert doing comms with me tonight, Darkmoon EX for doing the restream, JLo7 for doing the tracking, and I hope to see all you lovely people another time.